Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal. Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 2nd down, a run to Dobbins. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Ball carrier taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Detroit.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Of 17 yards. First down, Lions.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
14-yard line.
Bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Number 20, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This will be caught at about the 5. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Lions add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. It's caught inside the 25.
This is too easy right
Touchdown,
here.
Detroit.
Touchdown.
Scotty Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah,
and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it with Dobbins. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
30-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off for Detroit.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it is 28-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And again this time to the tailback. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on
that time on the outside. Pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receiver.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now Brown. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one taken in by Cephas. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Scotty Miller with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Ravens, nothing. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Now this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Desmond Trufant. Should their woes on offense continue? That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Room here to run. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Woo! 53 is the mic. 53, check 53.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
The line of scrimmage.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a throw here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd down, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's taken down inside the 30. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
You know, about winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try.
For the field goal, a 29-yard attempt.
And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout, but still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Lions, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5.